Hi everybody. Well, it's been a while. Our home has been done for a while, and I figured it was about time to give you guys finally what you're looking for in the final reveal video. We are in Oregon right now, enjoying some beautiful weather. Sun's out, and I just wanted to show you what we have. So we decided to name our Sprinter Ella. Noelle came up with that name. It's a wonderful name. So we call it Ella. We call her Ella, and you know, she's the third party of our trip, the third person on our adventure. And first, I'll show you our dining room table and how we kind of move that around to sit at it. All right, everybody. Well, here's my beautiful wife. She's assisting and looking beautiful for me. So here we are going to eat dinner. We have these collapsible chairs from Dick's Sporting Goods. I used to work at Dick's, and these are great little chairs. They work fantastic. They have a great return policy. I already broke one because I'm bigger. So I broke one, they took it back, I got a new one. So this just slides right here behind, there. And when I want to eat, I set it out, and we pull the table over. So then here's our dinner, and there's plenty of room with the door shut for us to...
Yep, I take my same type chair out and sit right there.
Yep, so this is how we do dinner. When we're done with dinner, take everything off and slide that back into place. That's now our coffee table for watching movies. That's our place to hold our stuff. And it's a place where we put our snacks, because we love our snacks when we watch our shows and movies. So we got one of these guys, the Bear Extender, that other people have shown that gives a huge range to your laptop. Plug it in. They're on Amazon. They're not very expensive. We thought we would be just tapping into Starbucks, you know, half a mile down the road, and it just doesn't. It works good, but not that good, and it's kind of spotty. And it just wasn't very reliable. We couldn't just sit down and know we could watch a show on Netflix. So we do use this every once in a while. If we're sitting outside, if we're in the parking lot of Starbucks, and let's say we're 500 feet away, this will work great. But a lot of times we just sit in Starbucks and we'll watch a show there, because that's where Noelle does her work, and we spend a lot of time giving them our business and using their internet for their coffee and iced teas or iced coffees. So we went ahead and decided we were going to go with shows that we knew. So we went with the full series of Seinfeld and the full series of Fringe. And so after our day is done, we watch a Fringe, we watch a Seinfeld, and then we go to bed. And so we always know that we have a good show. So here's our TV, and it's a 23-inch Vizio. The Vizio has the best power, the least power consumption of any of these little ones. So that actually only uses 20 watts of power. And that's very small amount of power, and so it pulls out nice and close. So when we're sitting here watching, you're really close to that TV, and it feels like a big screen. And so we get to watch our shows, and our Blu-ray players up there.
Show how you mounted it. That's the best part.
Oh, it mounts right to the frame, the steel frame by the door, and this was just from Sam's Club. This is a normal mount, and it's worked fantastic. It hasn't come loose or come wobbly from bouncing down the road and such. So that's our TV, and of course our snacks and our little tray, I've shown several times in videos. Here's our couch. So there's our couch. Our blankets all piled up in a nice little burrito, and our pillows. So here's our curtain at night, so we can block it off. We have it open at the top. It lets better airflow, and we can see up front, but you can't see in to this space unless you're looking straight up in, and you can only see like right here. So we decided not to, I decided not to go up here. This makes it easier to move around, and you don't feel so claustrophobic because I can stand here and look and see what's around. I can even look in my rear view mirrors and see if anyone's beside us, since this window's completely blocked off and isn't used at all anymore. And then at night, in the evenings, we have a curtain right here. We have our full curtain that's magnetic that goes over here. And so when we're in here, we're sealed in, and it's nice and private, very private. All right, so here I am at the very back door, looking all the way to the front. So here's our kitchen and our sink. You've seen the video on that already. And there's my beautiful wife on our couch slash bed, our closet, our little clothes hanging that I made right there. And this is where all our bins for clothes, cooking ware, and all that. And look at that, 14.3, that's beautiful. And then here's all of our solar equipment, all of our solar stuff, which has worked amazing. We haven't any heat issues, any issues at all. The panels have stayed on the roof perfectly well. There hasn't been any movement at all, and it's worked out really well. And we've had some really extreme winds on the highway, side winds, you know, nearly blowing our house over, down going 70 miles an hour, and the rain and driving rain and wind, and we haven't seen any issues. So, and I've been checking, and it's very tight. The glue that I used along with the tape is really, I think, going to do a great job. And there's our backpacks we take with our laptops and all that stuff, and our extra food and our water, and there's our laundry. And we have, down here, we have our amazing fridge. It's a 12 volt fridge. It's an Edge Star. Works amazingly. It works so good with solar panels. Hardly uses any power at all, and it works wonderful. Our extra water tank. So we go through one of these tanks every 5 to 7 days, depending on usage. So we got the one there, and the one that you've already seen right over here. There's our secondary. The foot pump works amazingly. The lid was very important on the 5-gallon tank because we found that we would hit a brake and slosh and it'd go all over the place. So the lid really helps. Got to have the lid. But the pump works wonderful. Can't say anything wrong about it. It works great. Don't have to worry about electricity. And here's more food storage there. So
we love our home. Awesome.
and there's the vent. You can see down into the ground right there. Vent works great. Haven't had any bug problems, no fumes, no exhaust, no issues whatsoever with our vents, except that we get very cool air in, and we love it with the heat.
Yeah, it's been raining a lot in Oregon, that we haven't had any leaks from rain at all. It's perfect. We love our home.
So this is our home. We love it. We've made a few minor changes. You saw the shoe rack. When I was showing you the bed, that was another change we added that's really nice, because Noelle has lots of shoes, and so we need a place for her shoes, and it works really good to have a place to put them. We really do enjoy this space, and we've gotten used to being in a tight quarters. The only thing we're missing that's going to change is we're going to have our composting toilet that I made specifically, that's still in Colorado, that didn't make it on our trip because we didn't have our home yet. So when that goes in, then that will be a more permanent solution. But right now, 90% of it, I'd say maybe twice a month, maybe 3 times a month, we have to use the 5-gallon bucket with a trash bag. The rest of the time, we're near Starbucks.
To go number 2. Otherwise, we're peeing in here all the time using the urinary director. Or I use the urinary director. He doesn't need a director.
I have my built-in one. So yeah, we really don't. Our bodies have really gotten on a schedule. And we don't, we go to the restroom in the morning when we go to Starbucks, when Noelle starts her workday. So we only have a couple, there's only 2 or 3 times a month where it's like, oh gosh, I got to do this now. And then otherwise we don't have to worry about it. So it's a real good setup, but we are going to put the good composting, the one I spent so many hours to make.
It'll be nice to have a real toilet again. That'll be nice.
Yeah. Nice.
But we love this life. We don't feel like we're deprived in any way. We absolutely love it. The freedom, the adventure, finding new places to park.
Yeah.
We've got our routines down and our leisure time, and it's great. We love it.
At the end of this, I'll show you I'll put a few shots of the nicer places we've stayed. I've been taking pictures out the side door wherever we park, so you can see what it looks like out, so we can remember where we stayed. And so I'll put a couple pictures in just so you can see what we see when we look out the side door. All right, everybody. Hope you having a great day, and blessings on your lives.